I don't know what happened there. I don't know if anybody's still watching or if anybody can see. I don't know if it recovers it or makes it. I don't know if it recovers where I was at or makes a whole new broadcast that you guys can't even see at this point. Because I don't know how. I don't know how the PlayStation talks to YouTube and why it has so much problems talking to YouTube, but it does. You're never gonna be normal. Hello, viewer. Sorry about the interruption. Don't know why that happened. It's probably because it started raining again up here. But yeah, so I don't know why the broadcast stopped, so I apologize for that. Let's equip a different. past the spider dash. Quicksilver bullets, excellent. These guys drop any? No. Nothing through there. No, we're never gonna be normal. Let me check. Okay. And now we can hear Murgo crying. Finally got that asshole. Okay, so now it's all thanks to unknown thing, therefore you must accept Bloodstone. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe there's not a shortcut to the Bloodstone, is there? No? I don't think so. Wondrous safe place. What's going on, Crazy? I don't know. To me, Dark Souls 3 is too much like Bloodborne in its combat, but not with its weapon, like tactical options, I guess. Like it's like they made the combat Bloodborne fast, but they didn't make parrying and responding to attacks Bloodborne fast, and that really breaks the flow of combat and makes it difficult for me to wrap my head around. For me. Okay, there's my There's my shortcut now. But I don't know. I've always taken issue with Dark Souls 3 and its approach to combat, just because I feel like they tried to do too much that Bloodborne had already done, with the caveat that, you know, the combat is, or the weapons available at your disposal just do not match the flow of Bloodborne combat like Dark Souls 3 attempts to do. Like, I understand why they did it. Like, they wanted the combat to be faster, and they wanted the game to reflect, like, okay, you were no longer gonna have like people running around in PvP with like one set of armor and one weapon just completely dominating the PvP space. So they had to come up with a way to make it so that just wearing a heavy set of armor and tanking everything wasn't viable anymore. But I feel like that only works in Bloodborne because you can respond to attacks with a lightning quick gunshot. And parrying with a shield is just not the same at all. If I had to pick a game to play for the rest of my life, what would it be? If I had to pick a single game to play for the rest of my life, what would it be? I don't know. Simply because, like, as much as I love the Soulsborne series, and as much as I love particular kinds of games, like, I have a bad tendency of playing specific games so much to the point that I get burnt out on them, and I do it frequently. Like, when I initially played Bloodborne, I played it for about 2 months straight. Like, and that was the only thing I played. I played it to the point where, what is this? Time for wheelchairs. Time for wheelchairs. I don't know what that means. Like, I played it for 2 months straight until I had platinumed it. And then I didn't pick it up again until just recently. And that was when the game came out, which has been about 2 years ago now. So, I mean, if that... Okay, this guy's a big axe-swinging motherfucker. Oh, and he's got some bullshit chains, too, okay. So I don't know if I could play one game for the rest of my life, just because the frequency with which I would play the game, I would get burnt out on it in like a month, and then I would never want to, like, I wouldn't play it for 2 years. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Like any game that I played, I would play for like forever. Like I would play it hardcore for like 2 or 3 months, and then I would put it down for like 2 or 3 years. And then if I were restricted to that game, that basically just means I pick that game up again 2 or 3 years later, play it for 2 or 3 months, and put it back down again for 2 or 3 years. So I guess if there was a game that I had to do that with, like if for some reason that absolutely had to be a thing, it would be Dark Souls 1. I think Dark Souls 1 is the only game that I could play that way. But I don't know. Like, that's just me spitballing. cool. I'm not going to be able to get out of the semi. But yeah, if I had to pick only one game and play only one game for the rest of my life, it would be Dark Souls 1. That being said, it would probably be that I would play it for 3 or 4 months, you know, non-stop all the time, because it's the only game I can play, and then after that it would be like I wouldn't play it again for another 2 or 3, you know, for quite a while. I did this, like I said, I did the same thing with Bloodborne. But I guess if I had to pick one in this hypothetical situation, it would probably just be Dark Souls 1. Just because that's my favorite Souls game. It's like, it's a real close tie between, it's a real close tie between Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne. And then, come get me. Let's see. Tempering Damp Blood Gem 5. I bet that'll be good. Okay, game. Okay. That's cool. Sure, Bloodborne. Sure, Dark Souls. Let's see here. What's going on, Zero? Lothric Greatsword. Yeah, that should be an alright weapon to use. I don't know exactly how effective it'll be. I don't know if the Lothric Greatsword is any good or not. Nice. That's quite a bit of damage. Three more to finish my Chime Sword and Sunlight Talisman. Oh yeah, I think it's possible to get I think it's possible to get 8 slabs in one playthrough. I think. Excellent. Now we have a pathway back. No, you're never gonna be normal.
Welcome. What?
Well, you shouldn't be careless with your Titanite slabs.
Very well. Farewell, good mate.
Yeah, most of the boss weapons aren't any good. That's the only problem. Um, like I said, the only one I've ever found that's been really worth a damn is Artorias's sword, or the Wolf Knight's great sword, and that's only if you use the sword art a lot and can figure out how to um, if you can figure out how to like basically like when and where to use them, I guess. Is it a drop? Well, either way, like there's not like there's not a whole lot of weapon parity in Souls. From where the guy using Firelink Shrine. Let's see. Get another level.
Welcome. What? Very well. Farewell, good.
Yeah, the a quality build, if I remember correctly, is normally the way to go, unless you're using the Sunlight Sword, because I mean, then the Sunlight Sword has quality scaling anyway. Um, if I recollect correctly. Yeah, the Sunlight Sword +5 with like 40 dex and 40 strength. And then like a magic buff of some kind, or a like a flame buff, or on top of the weapons. Actually, I don't want to use that one. I'll use the one that's outside here. Like, unless they've really nerfed the AR on the sword, it gets you like what, 745, 750, and then like it's extra good because you can, like, with 40 endurance, you can swing like 7 times with the sword and still have the stamina to dodge out of the way. It's pretty busted. This is where we fight Mikolash.
Ah, Cos. Or some say Cosm. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
I have a feeling this fight's going to be annoying.
Oh, majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. The nightmare swirls and churns unending. Some say cousin. Prayers. Some say cousin. Some say cousin. Prayers.
Nice. Yeah, the rings is... I would assume the rings is probably the hardest, just because you have to have played... you have to have played the game a ridiculous amount. Also, I don't remember where Mika Lasher is at this point.
Some say cousin. Do you hear our prayers?
I don't like how the music just kind of skipped there. Alright, he's hopped into a mirror. Yeah, he's not too hard once you realize how you're like once you can figure out the standing in front of him thing. But other than that, he can be a pain. Let's see.
Some say cousin. Hear our prayers as you once did for the vacuous one. Grant us eyes. Grant us eyes. Grant eyes and not brains to clip them. Let chat you idea.
Yeah, I can't remember what level my character is. I know on my PS4 version of Dark Souls 3, I got to the end of the game and then I stopped playing because I stopped progressing because I wanted to keep helping people with the Nameless King. And I got really good at using cosplaying as Artorias and Solaire. So that's Mikolash done. Let's see. How do I get back to where I want to be? I don't quite remember. Oh. Time for encounters, therefore time for adversaries. I don't know what that means. Bloodstone chunks. I know what that means. Yay! The Father Hunter Dream. Yes, the Nameless King is Gwyn's firstborn. He led the Warriors of Sunlight, who were part of the Dragon Slayers in Gwyn's original army. But then eventually he eventually for one reason or another he decided to side with the dragons, and that's why he was stricken from the annals. That's why his statues and things in Lordaeron have been destroyed, and he's been pretty much forgotten. I have 5 chunks. Can I get 3 more chunks somehow? If you want a weapon like that, use the also one that scales well with strength and faith. Use Wolnir's Holy Blade, because Wolnir's Holy Blade has that same special, and it scales with strength, and the special scales off of your faith. That's probably one of the most perfect swords for your build, if you're going heavy into strength and faith. The mace is good too, but like the sword requires less strength. Like if you're struggling to meet the strength requirements for the mace, I don't know if you. I mean, you probably would meet the strength requirements for the mace. Let's see. Do I want to burn insight just to do this? Let's burn. But yeah, Wolnir's Holy Blade will get the job done. And it'll also scale well with your strength until you can get the hammer. Unless, like, you're already using the few great swords, so I guess you don't really need Wolnir's Holy Blade. So yeah, just save up your materials and your souls for the hammer, I suppose. Now I need a blood rock. Yeah, that's a good idea. Figure out which one works for you.
Well, very well. Farewell, May.
Do I have a blood thing? No. Can I sell some stuff for some echoes? What could I sell? I could sell those. Sell all of these. I'd say after beating the game, I enjoyed this one as much as Dark Souls. Yeah, it's a good game. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Dark Souls 3. I can't get over my my stickler the sticking points I have with the combat. It holds it back for me. 363.
Welcome. What? Very well. Farewell.
Okay. Oh, I did it too late? Too early? I don't know. Camera angle doesn't help there. Still messed up from the brownie. Yeah. Yeah, sounds like it. Let's see, how do I, first of all, okay. Let's see here. There we go. And now we gotta go back. Okay. I'll be here, Zero. Okay.
Ah, this here is a safe bet. Next time you're out, if you find any possession. I know I shouldn't, if you happen upon someone while hunting, if they seem worth, and I know
We have to go up to the very top of it. Now we just have to get to the top of this place. Dead. The sky and the cosmos are one. So says the choir.